Uh, Warm good evening, judges. This is the second video for the submission of CodeMark, the CLI part. The first video which you saw was the web part of the same interface. Now comes the heart and core, that is the CLI part. Before I start, I have hosted that on root circle, that's CodeMark/CLI. Here is the README. The README provides the info installation instruction, which one can find very helpful, um, and how to run it and all, and users and everything. We have made this is the our logo. Coming back to the code, we have this. I have downloaded the code beforehand. So what I will do is run the terminal, write pip install the dash editable and dot. What it will do is it will run the setup tools for my current directory. So basically, this is an CodeMark is a tool through which a CLI tool through which I can check, login, diagnose some issues, list all my assignment, log out, let chat AI review my code and everything. Let me give you a quick demonstration for that. Sorry, I get CodeMark init. What init will do is simply make me login through the server, like user1@example.com. The credentials are stored in Firebase. So we are using Firebase auth for implementing the login section. So on login, the credentials are stored locally in keyring, and we use a JSON file to store the some part of the details of user which we require or to run day-to-day task. That files are stored in the .local directory in home, so that might not be an issue. So coming back, we have initialize our repository. If I repeat the step again, then it will not once again ask for a mail. Yeah, so it shows user credential already initialized. Now coming back, I have commands like list. List simply does is it shows all the assignment that has to be shown. So here it is description, due date, professor ID, the subject code, title of the code, assignment ID. Assignment ID is a unique code which we might use later. So sorry, get CodeMark. Again, if I want to see any help regarding the command, I will simply write CodeMark space list, name of the command, and dash help. Now here are two more commands: completed and pending. Completed shows all the assignment that I have submitted. It will also show the repeated assignment that I have submitted. Like for a CS101 P11, I have submitted 5 to 10 assignment. I don't know the exact count, but that's a use number. So it will show all the occurrence of that along with the time and all. Similarly, we have pending one, assignment we haven't done yet or submitted yet. So pending one will simply show all the assignment that are pending. So from all you can see that B11 is already done. B12 hasn't been touched by yet in the here. So that's all. Again, we can run CodeMark/help for getting more info on. So what I will simply do is I will download a assignment. So I want to do B12 because that's pending from my side. So I'll just simply copy that and paste it in here. The command is easy. I will clear the terminal for simply type CodeMark get and then assignment code. Yeah, so that's it. Simply we will do enter and press enter and it will download the code. So yeah, we can see here file fetched successfully. We can go to CS101 B12 directory and refer question and etc. So what I will do is cd into CS101 BT2. So I am currently in directory. I will write ls. We can see that there are 3 files: question.txt, main.c, config.json. I will show the question.txt file first. Question.txt. We can simply see like it has all the info about the program, like what to do the input, output, due date, description of the question, title of the question, assignment ID. Similarly, we have main.c. Main.c just is a dummy code, on which we have to write the code on. Like, it's nothing but more than that. Simply this. And similarly, config like contains the credentials for current code. You can see it like that. It's stored in a JSON format, so we retrieve it when we require it. So what we'll simply do is like we will now let ChatGPT like AI review our code. So we will write first we should write some code, right? So I will open VS Code, and in a second, main.c I will write the code. The question I can see is like question is to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So I will write the wrong formula for it knowingly, so that AI can detect it by hand. So let's say we take input from user, C scanf to generate %d, then and C. And then we will print out the %d/n and then C minus 32. I know that's the wrong formula, but let AI figure it out for us. So let's say we save the code. We don't need to compile the code. CodeMark already does that for us. Okay, now we will check the code against certain test cases or not. Like we have simply written the code on something. So what we'll do is run against some cases, saying checking code. Yeah, from the main.c file. Actually, the best thing about this is like we can write some other file. So I think MV is not supported in this, but if I anyway rename main.c to 1.c or any other name, as long as there is only 1.c file, it will work. Like it will automatically detect. So we can simply see that of two matches, only one is passed. The other failed. Like we can see the math test cases like in question.txt. Like one was input 0, output 32. That we had hard coded in our code. Like second one was 100, output 212. That shouldn't come, so match 2 failed. So simply that. Then next we have, let's say due to some issues I am unable to run our code, any error, like I don't have compiler, internet issues, some files are missing from my computer to run CodeMark. So we have CodeMark Doctor. It doesn't require login, it can run just by default, like it's checking internet connection, server connectivity, config user credentials in the sense like Firebase, etc. Config file, C compiler currently checks for GCC only. Like we are not supporting Clang or any other compiler right now, but yeah, we can add such feature in future. And current config file for current assignment, like we have seen config.json here, right here. So that too we are checking. So everything seems to look fine. Yeah. So our doctor says like everything is fine. That's good. That's great. So now let's see some other commands. Like simply I will do is CodeMark help. Then check. We have gone through our doctor. We have gone to get init list. Logout we will go through. Review I will go. Yeah, I forgot about that. CodeMark review. Review simply does is like gives a AI generated response for our code and explains like what might be the error and something. Like here we see the program given does not convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. The program given subtracts 32 from the input to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Like give the correct formula and ask it to use it. So simply that's better from user point of view or student if you are a student. Finally, we have CodeMark submit. Submit has two modes. Like if I write help we can see a force mode. Force mode is for cases like when our compiler is not giving us correct output or expected output. We are damn sure that like our code is correct, so we want to submit. But these submission doesn't count toward like marks or something. Scores are not generated for them. And then we have normal CodeMark submit. Notice that we don't have to repeatedly type file name or assignment code. It automatically calculates it or something. So we are like submitting the assignment. First, it will check the code against certain test cases. So one of the test case failed, so it will give me half score. So there were two test cases. One of them failed, so 1/2. One success, one failed. So even if our test cases are failing, then also it will submit the code, and it will also report that I have three, or like say 2 out of 3 test cases passed, so it will give me a score 2/3. Also, we are generating the flag report and all. Flag report or also sent to a report. That report is sent to an IPFS service on Web3 storage, and we have the CID linked to the user, and that we can retrieve using the web interface. Next, we can also forcefully submit that. Let me demonstrate that too. Like, sorry, submit force. Yeah. So it will skip all the compiler checks and all. Like we can see that these parts checking the code and all were skipped in this. So basically, it does is find the C file and generate the result report and like hash and send to cloud. And one thing to notice is like we are saving a copy of the C file in the cloud for our future reference or in case of ambiguity and all. In both the cases, not in one. So finally, we have, I think, logout only. I think so. Sorry. Yeah. Finally, we have logout only. So logout simply does is delete the credentials from that. We are initially I have told you about that, like it is using keyring for storing passwords and all. So it will simply remove those and like some JSON files and config files as created, that too will be removed, so that user successfully log out from the interface. So that's all from my side. Uh, the main purpose I'm providing the CLI interface is like ease of. I want to make code submission easy, and like I don't have to switch to a browser or tab or write and find like where is the code and something. I can do it from the terminal itself. Like I open the VS Code, I write in the terminal, type CodeMark, submit, and yeah, it will simply submit the code and all. So the main purpose is ease of feature, and as well as the code checking and automation that Score brings can help automate the task of checking the code. So that too can help drastically reduce the workload on professor as well as student, dramatically increasing quality mentoring and studying. So that's all from my side. Team Sailor on Sorcerers. I am Praveen, and so we are signing off.